As far as I know, I've been given all the clear to make some more video. So these houses in this place is called Green Park or something. I think GP, Green Park. Not sure what it is, but it has marble for an emblem, so you know they're ultra rich. And of course, the ultra rich always have golf courses. You say, well, Donald Trump plays golf. Yeah, so did Obama. So did Bill Clinton. So did Ronald Reagan. So did Richard Nixon. So did Jimmy Carter. And trust me, there ain't nothing good about Jimmy Carter or any of them. They're all golem in the spirit world. Okay, the green belt, no motorized vehicles, but the police or the cops, they can get their dune buggies and ride these. Now that there is a military outpost for China, the Red Dragon. Okay? People keep trying to say, China is not the Red Dragon in the book of Revelation. Well, you find me somewhere else where everything's made in China. So this power supply is not the Carrollton. Matter of fact, look how thick and massive the power supply is. This is some high capacity power, doing some high capacity things. So, you know, all we want to do is just kind of figure out what's going on with all this weird technology. That they're not telling us what it is. They're not showing us what it is. They're just, got all kinds of crazy boxes with all kinds of big wires and big things. Yeah, I don't have to show you, except that in a rural location, this is close to the schools where they'll kidnap our children. There's your white son, of course. So, you might want to ask at the city council meeting next time you go to city council, hey, Freemason, what is this thing in Carrollton and what does it do? It's got a lot of power coming out of it. And, we don't want to be fried. I mean, look, you got solar power that can make your speed sign work. And then you got things with Godzilla. It's run by Georgia Power, which has the pyramid, right, with the all-seeing eye. It's just another pyramid. The pyramid people are everywhere, but just the technology here is unreal. I have no idea what it is. And of course, here you go. Okay, private property, no trespassing. There's no code or ordinance on it, so legally in the city of Carrollton, it's not against the law. Now, whenever you see a black and white with all the windows blacked out, that's a zebra. And so they're trying to follow me. They're trying to ping. There's your gold card. They're trying to ping my phone and say, well, who is this guy walking around talking and filming at a golf course that is right next to a superpower? And where's the power going? I mean, we got our own power supply in Carrollton. We don't need that type of power. And of course, this looks like Florida, looks like Miami, looks like another Trump Tower, establishment. So the one thing you want to be certain of is that these people do not live in Carrollton. There could be nobody living here until they kill us all off, and then they'll move into these nice places. Arabs, Israelis, Chinese, anyone who's a millionaire or billionaire, internationalists. They like to call themselves internationalists. Now, I don't know if they're something other. They could be something other. But, so walk your cities, learn your power supplies, and protect your power supplies. That's not Carrollton's power supply. I know where our power supply is, and I keep telling on my police, the non-Mason police and the non-Mason governors and mayors and the non-Masons whoever, protect the power, because power is local. There is no grid. But if they drop a hydrogen bomb and cause mud floods, everything gets buried. And then they just dig it up and say, look what we found. It's 10,000 years old. What it could have been, they blew up the world just 100 years ago. And they're getting ready to blow it up again because we're all onto them. We're like, hey man, the earth is flat. We're inside a celestial sphere. We know what the colors do. That certain shade of blue. You'll see the lady in blue on TV. Well, isn't this one strange? It's got wiring on it. Neighborhood under 24-hour videos with local law enforcement. Well, does that mean they're not Carroll County or City of Carrollton? Isn't that odd? So, I'm not walking on the private property. I'm on the green belt. And as far as I know, no golf carts allowed on the green belt. But who lives here? These are not Carrolltons. These are not Georgians. These are the internationalists. That's what they call themselves in Santa Barbara. They didn't call themselves Freemason internationalists. They just called themselves the internationalists. So they're going to bring in their own police, their own cops, G4S, academy types, whatever name they give them at your location. But they're all working for China because everything's made in China. And if you don't have your stuff made in China, then you are working against the New World Order. Oh, having deja vu. So apparently I've done this before, and I'm dreaming it and remembering it as I do it. So just remember, deja vu goes on because we're just reliving past events we've already done. And apparently we're going to do it again unless we tear down them 5G towers and we free ourselves from this madness. And I'm just going to keep walking. I might make one more video. It depends. I don't want to put out too many videos per day, but I know time is critical. We're out of time. These people have terraformed our landscapes. Okay, they've planted what they want. They've made it look the way they want. But my premise is, at the end of the day, it's the machine doing this. And if the machine wishes to cease to exist, which is the Edison in Santa Barbara, then it's killing the sun. It's killing the plants. It's going to kill all of them. It's just going to be automation. You won't see no people there. It'll all become automation. The lights on. All right, better watch out. There might be a police officer coming to say, hey, man, what are you doing? So I'm listening to music, brother. So anyway, here's some more things to think about. Remember the colors, though. Red, obey. White, comply. That certain shade of blue means submit. Orange means master. Black means enforcer. Gray and tan, Gestapo, KGB, Nazis, SS troops. And then, of course, purple. Take your pills. And I think pink and burgundy also have a reflection on it. And, I do got one more thing to show you. I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, I'm not breaking any laws, just walking and talking. But you never know who a Freemason is, or worse, a golem. If you've been wiped, if a loved one you used to know is no longer the person you know, then they've been cloned. They wiped them. They took out their memories. The golem, not a demon, not a devil, but a machine spirit. Okay? You got to remember that. See this, how heavy this is? This is for tanks, if they want to bring tanks into Carrollton and sneak them in under the cover of dark. You're not allowed to walk out here at night. From dawn to dusk or something, dusk to dawn, you're not allowed to come out here. But you see, it's reinforced. This is made for something very heavy to come across it. All right. So hope that helps you a little bit with the understanding if you're new to Pacto. And fuck the Raka.